Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'm just gonna go straight into it. Got my coffee and got some lemon hot water. A little jittery, that's alright. I don't really know what I'm gonna draw, so it's gonna be, could be good, could be bad, who knows. Hopefully you can see. Still working on my arrangement here. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm gonna record this for later. Hopefully as soon as stop shaking. How are you, Alex? Hopefully good. Maybe some other way, whatever that is. Let's see here. I don't like to stay when just drawing one thing at a time. Gotta switch it up. I think maybe a little too much coffee. Hopefully I can sort of work the jitteriness in. Got some breakfast. I had an omelet sandwich from Hardee's. And the line was packed in there this morning. They didn't really have a lot of helpers. Just unfortunate. I felt kind of bad because I was one of those people that was like, waiting in line. But, they like me there. Because I'm a regular. Or irregular, maybe. Kind of a weird person. That's okay. We're all kind of weird. So, who are they to judge, I guess? And, oh, yeah, there's also a big delay with the chat. I don't know if this is going to be a happy or a sad drawing. Sort of feeling neutral right now, which is good. It's sort of how I am all the time, or at least how I want to be. Make it happy. I don't know if I can force that, but I will certainly try. Being happy is good. Sometimes though, it's like not as deep as being sad. For better or for worse, maybe. Oh shit, I didn't take any vitamins. That's probably not good. Look at this big, I don't know if you can see how big this cup of coffee is. I mean, like, this is my hand. It's not bad, it's a donut shop. I like drawing eyes and lips. I think I like eyes more than lips. Just in general, on a face. How about you? Ooh, peppermint bark flavored. I'm not like, I've had peppermint creamer and stuff like that. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Just like peppermint with bitter coffee. Oh, you guys can't even see, I'm sorry. See, I'm a bitter soul, I guess, so I like just black coffee most of the time. However, I don't really like dark blends too much. I was looking, the neighbors there was this, they had like a little kiddie pool filled with corn, and the squirrels would come by and like gather the corn and hang out on my porch a lot, like a month or so ago, and that was pretty cool. They would like greet me in the morning time when I would come out with my coffee, smoking, and stand there, and we'd have staring competitions, and I'd talk to them. That was alright. I missed that already. You don't know how good you have it sometimes. Right there. And see, was drinking a bit last night with the neighbors. Speaking of them, which is kind of regrettable, because now I'm a little hungover, not as energetic as I'd like to be. It's also just a chill Sunday, just straight up chilling, vibing. Just vibing it out. So, Alex, if you're still here, what are you getting into today? Anything cool? This might be the most exciting thing I do all day. Normally, I'd have some music going, but ooh, finals. That's fun. Just lots of drips. Let's see. Kind of want to get some triangles going. Sorry if I'm not really talking. I don't know if I should play some tunes or not. It inspires me a little more. Usually I listen to music whenever I draw. That kind of influences what happens to it. Lo-fi beats to relax slash study to. Classic. That's actually really good. It is very relaxing. There's lots of like people do a lot of lo-fi versions of like Frank Sinatra and stuff like that. Like they call it doomer music. And I remember listening to a lot of that last Christmas for some reason. Just like really fit the like cold, bitter times, but the warmth of Frank Sinatra. So, is it happy so far or not really? I don't think it is. Let's try and put like a smile or like something cute. This is my soul now. In comparison to my soul right here. This is the past. That's me from the past. I'm sad. But we don't go back there. We're here now. give him some arms. We'll have this one waving. That's how fingers are. Happy times, good vibes. Try to clean off my desk so it could be organized. Sometimes I draw these things and it's like almost like a penis looking. Very what's the word? Phallic. So I gotta watch out then what line I put next. Because I don't want to have penises. Or too many of them. Maybe a couple is fine. This man's a king. Past me, and this is everything in between that. I wonder what do I wonder? Wonder where my soul's at. My soul is wanting to play Demon Souls. I don't know if you can read that now. But you might be able to read it later. I can draw. That's it. I can draw. At least I can do something. Feel like there's a little bit of banging going on outside. Hopefully you cannot hear that, as the banging sounds are a little distracting. Shit. A bit too many eyes. We need to make sure everything looks as realistic as possible, though. So if we're going to draw an eye, it has to be perfect, right? Everything is perfect. Just the way that it is. I don't know why I drew this line. Thank you. You look great. You are great. Make sure you can see everything. Hopefully you're like, maybe you got your own tunes going right now. Or doing something else at least. That's how I like to watch things. Just like doing something completely different than what I'm watching. People, last night I was playing Call of Duty, which is something that I haven't done since I was like in high school. And they were surprised that I like wasn't, I guess, like super good. And because everyone thinks that I'm like some huge, well, I am a nerd, but everyone thinks that I'm like a huge nerd. So I guess that means I'd be good at Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is like a casual game. It's not like a nerd game, you know? Anyway, I can see where they could get that from. I'm okay with that. Kind of like being a nerd. You can't get your Disney Plus to work on your PC. Is it like, you can't log in, or you can't, like, the video is not working? Disney Plus, I notice, doesn't really have a, is the word ergonomic? Or a very convenient setup. It's like a struggle to get to what you want to get to, sort of. I notice my friend and I were trying to just get to the new episodes of Mandalorian, which I'm a little behind on. I think I'm a couple episodes behind on that. I haven't even seen the episode where Baby Yoda gets his name, but I've seen that he has one now, which I'm a little, maybe he didn't even need one. Sometimes things don't really need names. Just keep it a mystery. I sort of want to draw like a big face down here. We'll just draw some lips for now. I'm not really trying to do anything in particular. I didn't really have a vision in mind. This is more of a focused one, though. These are very fine print pens. Microns. They're okay. They feel smooth enough. I'm not real wild about it. It's better than using like some normal pen though. Sometimes when I'm just drawing with like normal pens, it really hurts. Oh, you use these? Whenever I'm like writing with them, it's not as smooth as I'd like it to be. So I don't really write much anymore. You know, who does? Everything's on computers now, or cell phones. I'm sipping on lemon water. I heard it's good for you. But that's what people say, at least. People say a lot of things. Sometimes they're true, and other times they're also very true. Why would anybody lie about something so serious? Yeah, there's something you can remember. People also say you can remember things more when you write them down physically, as opposed analog as opposed to digital. Pyramids are causing a little paranoia. Coworker Jody, I drew some eyes once, or maybe more than once, at work, and you know, I did my normal drips. She's like, "Why are your eyes always crying? Does that mean something?" I was like, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I just like to add things to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she is cute. Sometimes, though, when you spend so much time around the same people, you know, it's start to lose kind of like, it's like being married or something. You start to lose the magic of that person. I think that just means I've been there too long. Or just not enough. Gotta keep riding that same train into the ground. Ground. I really like the word ground. It's quite grounding. This right here was me yesterday. I wasn't in a great headspace yesterday for some reason. But that's the past. Basically, yesterday doesn't even exist anymore. Sometimes that's a good or a bad thing. Sometimes you have good days and you don't want them to end. Like everything's just going your way. But they seem to end quicker than the days that are not so good. And on those days, you want the day to end, but it keeps going. You keep trying. Trying and trying. This is a feelings stream. Just letting out some feelings. Shaking it. Spirals. Wow. Where do we go? Over here, over there, down here. I was hanging out with a friend the other day, and we went to the Winter Circle, which is a completely different place now. It's like a restaurant. Before, it was just, your normal bar. Now, because of COVID, they have to, like, serve you food and stuff so you can sit there and drink. Or else, they'd probably get shut down. And, my friend said that I was described me as being very drippy. Like, I like that. And then she's like, you're also very crunchy too. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I mean, I get the drippy part, but the crunchy part. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm any of that. Maybe she was just referring to, like, my art. It's kind of like drippy and crunchy. That would be kind of like a Kit Kat, melted Kit Kat bar. Kit Kats are probably top tier chocolate candy. IMO. Although Reese's peanut butter cups take the top for me for sure. I think Snickers. I don't really like peppermint patties. I don't really like peppermint. Oh wait, I think you were. Isn't your coffee? Yeah, your coffee's peppermint. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend your coffee. Funny enough, I watched a movie called Peppermint last night on Netflix. And it's not very good. It's very standard action revenge movie. But the acting in it is pretty poor. I think that's maybe just why I'm so upset with Peppermint right now, is because of that movie. I mean, we watched the whole thing. They fell asleep. I almost did. It was like 2 a.m. by the time it was over. And man, was it like really average. That's why I don't watch a lot of movies, because I know that they're just gonna not be as good as my favorite movies. I'm just gonna end up being disappointed and bitching about it. I like to watch more things. I also just want to make things most of the time, and when I'm watching things, I'm not really doing anything. It's, you know? But it's good to watch things with friends when you can. But make sure you're 6 feet apart. My mom actually has COVID right now, but she's somewhat asymptomatic. A little bit of a sore throat, basically. Sinus problems, but that's normal for her. So that's good. I haven't seen her in a couple of weeks. So don't worry. Social distancing. I probably already have COVID all the time. Yeah, she's not really sick. She has to quarantine, and so does everybody else who lives with her, which is a shame. So she was gonna have an operation for her sinuses, but they wouldn't do it. She needed to quarantine before that, because she would have to take a COVID test. That's why she found out she had COVID, because she had to take a test to make sure she didn't have it before they did the operation. And then turns out that she fucking got it anyway, and we had to cancel Thanksgiving. Just so that we would make sure that she didn't get COVID. But yeah, it turns out it was we just canceled it for no real reason. It's alright. They still brought me some food, so I kind of feel like drawing faces, but this is the most I've probably drawn on a page for a while. So that's good. Thanks for hanging out. Didn't really expect anybody to be here, and that was alright. I just figured I would just go ahead and talk to myself if I had to. Probably be a lot weirder if I was just talking to myself, like things that I would say. Abstract. Pointless. But also very meaningful. It's hard to watch a whole stream on your cell phone. because you know you gotta hold it there or sit it there, and it's not really efficient. Whenever I see other people streaming, I usually just click and see what's going on and then click away. So I don't really blame anybody else for doing that. I used to, sometimes, when I would go out, I used to sign my name and then draw like a skull next to it as like that's my signature. I should probably do that again. That was cool. That was edgy. People be like, "Yo, is that a skull?" You know, the waiter or waitress or whatever be like, "Is that a skull?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Whoa, that's cool." Literally, that happened. And then I would also, if the girl was cute, I would draw hearts. You know? I don't know how. Hopefully they didn't think anything more of it than just like, you know. I don't really mean. Doesn't really. Not trying to say anything with it. Yeah, I should probably do that again. That was more interesting than just like scribbling my name. Yeah. This pen here is super small. A little blurry. That's my signature there. Can't even see it. It's too small. I don't even know why you would. Well, I guess you would use that for real tiny, minute details. Hide things. Let's see, let's get something going. Need more squares. Because I am a square. Just kidding. Those are fighting words. You're not allowed to say things like that to yourself. People, you know, if you called someone else a square, they'd probably start a fight, you know? It's like you're fighting with yourself. This is the spiraling tower of going into you're going back to the future. You know what I mean? Because I don't. Maybe you do. Oop, dropped my cat. There. Now I won't drop it anymore. Sure thing. And thanks for hanging out again. And good luck with your studies. I'm sure you'll pass with flying colors. probably upload this video later or put it on my Instagram. So you can also just look at that too, but I'll definitely get a photo of it. But yeah, have a great day. I'll snap you later. Need to add another triangle. I am a triangle. You are a triangle. And you're welcome. Everything that you do is great. I still have so much coffee to drink. I'm trying not to drink so much coffee, but it's freaking hard to stop. Addictions. You know, have you ever tried? And the more you desire to stop doing something, like drink coffee, it's like your desire to not do that kind of takes over. So you're still desiring something, right? I think I heard this in a video. Yeah, I think I stole that from a video, but it was like, that's a good point. So where you know, how do you neutralize that desire for anything? And he was talking about meditation primarily. And I've been working on that, actually, on meditating. It's hard to get into, you know. But some advice was not to try to not think. Page is bent because my hands are a little sweaty. Yummy. But, you know, it's not really about trying to not think, because that's what your brain does. You're always thinking about something. It's just like what you're thinking about, I think. And so I've been told to focus on the breathing. But I just don't feel like the breathing is like, you know, enough to focus on. So another thing I heard was to focus on, like, have a mantra or something, a little chant that you can do, make some noise, freak out the neighbors a little. I haven't really tried that too much yet. But it could be good. I do like freaking out the neighbors. Like that Mac DeMarco song. Mac DeMarco is funny. I was watching an interview with him about, like, Fender guitars. He was saying how sorry, I heard something bang on my porch, but I think it was just, once again, the neighbors. But yeah, he was saying, he's like, you know, just do what you want. Just plug your guitar into a bass amp. Or, you know, go ahead. Just go ahead. It's like, I'm not gonna do that. But I like the idea of making your guitar not sound like a guitar. I have an Epiphone SG Pro, and it really rocks. You can really make some rock music out of it, but when it comes to clean tones, not so good, I've noticed. Which is unfortunate, because sometimes I want to play something that sounds beautiful, but really all I can do is like shred on it, you know? And both are my style, I think. I don't know if I really have a style. Well, everybody has a style, but you know, I don't know how unique, what level of unique I am. Someone tell me how I should feel. Yeah, I like this drawing enough. Let's see, I have my doodle book over here that I can sort of take reference from if I want. This is Skull Man. It's already sort of this stuff going on here. Yeah, I would like to draw some teeth or something. Oh, we just completely messed up. Almost sounded like Bob Ross here. But I'm not. And that's okay. There's only one Bob Ross. There can't be two Bob Rosses. That would just be way too much. Can't really process how many Bob Rosses two Bob Rosses would be. It's maybe a shame that great people die. However, there's a lot of great people out there. Maybe not as many as you would want. At least you don't know as many as you would want. But they're out there somewhere. You just haven't found them yet. Just kidding, you did. You found them, it's you. You're the great person. If you're not great, I don't know who is. I'm saying nice things. It's good to just be nice. For once. There's a lot of general hate. A lot of negativity. That I think maybe I manifested myself, you know? Not necessarily me saying that, like the hateful things, but bringing hateful things onto me. And that's just no good. Really does some damage to the mind. Screw it, we'll draw some more lips over here. A little derpy. This was supposed to be a happy drawing after all. It's very happy. I feel very happy whilst I look at this drawing. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 28. That's how that song goes, right? You know the one. I don't even know if I've heard that song before. I just hear people referencing it. That's enough. I was saying earlier how I like black coffee, but lately I've actually been... That was sort of not a lie, but I forgot that I was sort of adding some creamer to my coffee here and there. And one of them was Irish cream. And I thought that was pretty good. I wasn't really expecting it to be. And maybe that's why it was better, because I wasn't expecting anything. Whenever you're not expecting something, you usually get better results that way. Gotta make sure that you're still able to see. We're quiet right now because this is a very serious moment. Let's just take a quiet moment for the fallen. I don't really even care that nobody's here right now. I'm just enjoying drawing and talking. I'm usually a very quiet person, so whenever I'm talking, it's like weird. Especially lately, I've been quiet with most people. Sometimes I'm a little too noisy with the wrong people. I'll be saying things to people who don't really care. That's not good. Because what's the point? You're putting all this information to somebody who, is really probably thinking about, what they're gonna eat for dinner, and you're there like trying to lay some deep philosophical concept on them. They're just thinking about some TikTok that they saw earlier. Trying to learn how to do the dance for WAP. You're out there exploring the mountains of your mind whilst they're out there with the whores in their house or whatever. Hey, to each their own. You know, who am I to say you can't do some wop, have some whoppers? I realize I have a very monotonic tone to my voice. But maybe that's better for when you're just trying to chill. Maybe you're watching this later and you had a rough day. It's likely you did. Because that's just the normal state of life sometimes. It's just rough. Especially as recently. You know? But maybe you're one of those people who goes about life and they don't even really have types of existential thoughts. You know, I know there's a lot of people out there that I know that are like that. And I'm very envious of them because, you know, I have a hard time just kind of like letting things be. Just letting go. Not that I have too many disturbing thoughts, but just constantly lots of noise. Maybe that's entirely my own fault. Or maybe it's not. It's probably mostly it. Gotta make sure this is perfect drawing. Make sure it looks like exactly how these things look in real life. You've seen this in real life, haven't you? You know. You know all what this is about. That was not a sad sigh, that was a relaxed one. Nothing troubling us right now, nothing's going on. Just me and my paper and my pen. None of this existed prior. That's something cool to think about whenever you're drawing or making something. You know? Like, oh shit, I just put something into reality that wasn't even there. No matter what you're doing, you're painting. I do a lot of art on my phone. And, you know, it's just like, oh, that wasn't here. And now it is. Ta-da! That round of applause was for you. You know who you are. You're the protagonist. Sometimes you're not, though. Don't forget that. Like in that one movie, you were the protagonist. But this time, you might just be the antagonist. Oh, shit. Not always the funnest role to play. might want to think about taking it easy. Or maybe even you might think about going a little harder into that rule. That's probably worse. Just let go. Or should you dig deeper? Sometimes it's good to dig deeper. Depends on what it is. I would say when it comes to reconstructing the way you think about things, you might want to dig pretty deep. It's like, why is this even bothering me? Why? That's when you let go. After you decided it's not worth thinking about. But like when people tell you not to think about something, you'll think about it more. And it just overwhelms your mind, overwhelms your soul. You know, when your soul's overwhelmed, you are fucked. I didn't really want to curse, but I do it a lot. That's not good. It's not a happy thing to do is cursing. Connect the dots. Draw 4. Got it all figured out. Connected all the pieces to the puzzle. I can't believe that next year, I don't think they're having movies in the movie theater next year. And that's very unfortunate because it's just something nice to do with your friends or your family. Go out and see a movie together. That was a big sip. My dad and I used to go out and see movies all the time last year. Maybe the year before that. Excuse me. No, it was last year, 2019. I think. Is that when John Wick came out? The third one, which was awesome. But yeah, it was something to do with my dad. Hang out with him. Watch movies. Usually we went to the bar beforehand. Or, not the bar. A restaurant. Got some grub. He'd pick me up from work and go out and grab a bite. Usually wings. And then go watch some violent movie. Saw that fucking Rambo movie. Wasn't very good. It was gory. I remember that. Very gory. John Wick 3, oh man. I'm excited for the 4th one. Or also, I think, last year I read this, or some point earlier this year, that John Wick 4 and The Matrix 4 is supposed to come out in like the same weekend, I think, something like that. And yeah, Keanu Reeves is the man, if you haven't realized this. Always doing something cool. And that game Cyberpunk comes out soon too, which I lost excitement for completely because of all the unfortunate delays that they had to do. So yeah, I'm just not really hyped about it anymore. I was at some point. You might be able to see a little bit of a reflection over here. It's a painting of like, it's my Instagram feed, and someone has like a painting that looks like blood of an outline of a person. Really sick. I don't even know who that is. David Uzo Chukwu. I don't even know what kind of name that is. But I followed it because art was cool. So that's a pretty good reason to follow someone, I think. This setup, I actually had it on my desk, but whenever I would draw, I'd kind of shake the table and shake the whole phone. It was like, it's like an earthquake going on. It'd be quite disorienting to watch that. Who would want to watch that? The same amount of people who are here now. 0. Well, that's not true. I'm here. I'm one person watching. And as long as you're at least entertaining one person, you're golden. You know, sure, 26 people would be nice. But so is 1. I think 3 is the optimal, it's the prime number, you know. Having 3 of anything. Like 3 STDs? No, just kidding, that's not what I mean. I actually quite like what I've got going on here, believe it or not. 1 second. Take a little sip break, a little coffee break. Okay. It always seems like things all come at the same time. You know, like, notice about a month or 2 ago, I was getting all these like compliments on my art, and people kept encouraging me to like expand with it and stuff. And then like suddenly that just goes away, and people don't do that because probably I haven't done that. And they're just like tired of fucking telling me what to do. They're like, dude, get your act together. And I'm like, oh, fine, I will. You get your act together too. They're like, I know it all. I have it all together, man. It's like, okay, sure. Write a book. Write a book about it. and I'm not gonna read it. I don't know if that was a rant or what that was, but I'm not really talking about anybody in particular. I don't really mind when people give me advice, though. Looking out for me. Sometimes it might feel a little condescending. Condensation. Sometimes it feels a little condensational. But, I'm sure they have well intentions. Well intentions, but bad advice. I don't even know if you could just see what I was drawing over there. I forget that I have. It's not like the widest view. It might be a little bit of a limited view. So, if you couldn't. Sorry, if you could. Yeah, whatever. Wasn't the craziest thing. Maybe you thought it was. You're like, whoa. Those lines, man. Boxy looking lines. That was wild. How did he do that? A lot of people wonder how the frick I do my art. Sometimes, like, with the digital art. I'm gonna make a video on it at some point. You'll probably quite like that video. I have a ton of projects that I want to do. Like musical projects and video and art projects. There's lots of things. Let's go! I've just been rambling on to myself for the past probably 20 minutes. A couple people stopped in here and I was talking to them, but dude, my hands are quite red from, I think, primarily smoking cigarettes and it also just being really cold outside. I was not born a rambling man. I'm not very good at it. George Costanza hands. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm sure that it was. How else could that be taken? Okay. I don't know if that's, it's almost everything there. I think that's just about everything. Might be a couple of details cut off. I think it's looking pretty good. I didn't really have any sort of knowledge of what I was going to be drawing. Well, that's how everything I do is. I don't really have a plan. I might add some color to it later, like digitally, but I don't really plan on coloring it with I don't really have like good coloring utensils right now. Yeah, this is my soul from the past. That was Sipping some big coffee right now. That's my soul from the past, and this right here, that's me now. That's my soul now. I hope that's not you in the future, man. I think you have quite some potential. I think you're going to be looking more... you're going to be looking more like this here. That's your future. It's a great future. Hold on a sec. Soul balls. I was saying earlier about like sometimes I'll draw things and it kind of come off as like almost like a penis. Like this here looked very phallic at first, and then I was like, shit, I gotta be careful about the next line I draw because I don't want to have too many like penis shaped things going, which quite happens a lot, like quite a lot of phallic things. But yeah, so I gotta be very careful about like how I want to draw the next line sometimes. The temperature, I have no idea. It's really sunny out. Probably kind of warm. Nope, we got some breeze going. That's making it pretty cool, but it's definitely not freezing. You know, like you could go out there and hang out, have a good time. But I'm not going to. I'm just gonna stay inside for most of the day, probably. Veiny ones. Yeah, I remember back in probably late middle school, I think for us, right? Or early high school. Kids would be drawing lots of veiny dicks after that. You know, that was the thing to do. I really wasn't one of those people who did that. All right, man. You have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, dude. You make me laugh, brighten up my soul. I'm glad you liked what was going on. I'm just chilling out. Well, I'm glad I got to talk a little bit about dicks. You know, that's always a good conversational starter. The cold approach method. The guy, I don't know. I don't, like, people might think guys talk a lot about that kind of stuff, but, oh, hello. But I don't really think that we do. At least I don't. Maybe people talk about a lot of different things. I can't really generalize what all men talk about, because I'm not all men. I am one man. Maybe I'm two men. Maybe I'm the soul of a lot of past men combined. Probably not. We're all one collective soul. Or so they say. I don't know. I've been to Walmart before, and I've seen people there who aren't really, I don't feel connected to my soul. But they're probably the dark side of my soul coming out. You know, like that's the trash you that I've manifested into reality. That's the trash part of your soul. I don't know why I'm talking so much about souls. I really want to play Demon's Souls remake, and I can't because I don't have a PlayStation 5 yet. I'm trying. Maybe someone can, you know, just pray that I get one sooner than later. Or just keep it in your well-intended thoughts. Nate's gonna get that Demon's Souls game. Man, I've been watching people play, and they've been griefing the new players a lot, and it's funny. I'm gonna be one of those people who's gonna get effed over. I'm gonna pull the plug, cry for hours and hours on end. I'm at that point with the coffee that I've getting a little burpy with it. That's okay. I kind of like this. I kind of like this idea here. I'm not really sure what that is, but you know, it's cool. I like it. Give me a second. I'm looking at some past drawings here for some inspiration. So when I get stuck, let's see if some other details pop out from a previous drawing that I can incorporate into this one. Right here, probably could just use some more drips. Yeah, this is pretty neat. Yeah, let's just get fucking brave with it. Sort of have to take a quick bathroom break. I don't even know how long I've been drawing for. Probably at least an hour and a half. Holy cow. It's a long time for me. I guess I can focus on things for a while when I really want to. It's quite easy when you're just like talking to yourself. Actually, time really goes by fast. If you ever want time to go by fast, just talk a lot, probably. There you go. You didn't even know I had advice in me. I didn't even know that. Let's just go back over here for a second. Oh. Just gonna add random things. So it might be a little the quiet down there. Shh. Concentrate. Don't make any loud noises. It's funny because I heard a bang outside just as I said that. It wasn't like a real loud bang, but it was a bang nonetheless. That was pseudo-sexual. This is my favorite thing right here in the drawing. Sometimes when I go and color stuff like this digitally, I'll like erase that one line there. Where is I just at? Yeah. I'll erase that line so this is all just one drip. Because I didn't really, when you're just drawing things, you don't really have it all. When you're doodling, you're not sure what's going to happen. I like the spontaneousness of things. Sort of how everything, all my art goes. Yeah, there's some things I don't even know if I should talk about, because if I talk about them and I haven't done that thing, it's like I've already done that thing, but I haven't. So it's like I already put it into reality, but it hasn't even happened yet. So it's almost dangerous to do that. You gotta be careful. Or you don't really gotta be careful. You just do whatever you want to do. Except for maybe if it's like, screaming at your grandma. You don't really want to be like screaming at your grandma for no reason. Or at least I know some people might have some bad connections with their relatives. I'm grateful to say that I really don't have that problem. I'm kind of grateful for those sorts of things, like just being... Yeah, no problems there. Oh, hey, Mimi. But yeah, I got all sorts of projects that I would like to accomplish, but sort of don't really want to talk about them. I mean, I do really want to talk about them, but talking about them might sort of ruin it. So I'll just do it when I want to instead. I hope my voice is kind of relaxing. I hope it's not like shrill. Like, shut up. Uh-oh. I don't even know what that is. I'll draw things sometimes and they'll get lost. So I drew some hearts earlier. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I was looking for them. It's like, where are those hearts at? So one thing that I used to draw a lot in my doodles was these like broken heart things. Yeah. They're like broken hearts, but they get some type of like frequency thing here. And they also had wings on them. Or, this is not really a wing. And, wasn't the best version of that, but so yeah, I used to really like doing those things. I mean, I had a broken heart. It's not broken. I feel like there's still a lot of love. Doesn't really ever die. It just moves. There's always love, it just moves the what that love is. You might love hate. You know, you can certainly have a big desire for hate. And that would overwhelm the love, but still you love to hate. So, you know, what are you? Lover or hater? Yeah, I'm digging this. I encourage everyone to just draw sometimes. Even if you're not really into it. Maybe you just want to draw something. A lot of people tell me like, I'm not a good drawer. I'm not very good. I'm like, I'm actually not, I wouldn't even consider myself very good. I'm good at something, but I'm not very good at like drawing full anime characters yet. I don't know the anatomy, and apparently anatomy is super important. You have to draw it exactly like it would look in real life, but it's also have to be anime. I don't know, there used to be followers that would draw things that looked like they were inspired by what I was doing. That was cool. Like people who didn't draw before and then like saw my stuff and were like, hey, I can do that. I want to do that. And that was peak prime time right there, where I sort of inspired other people to do things. Pass something on to them. I've been told that I'm inspirational. I had a neighbor. His name is Rocket, and he's supposed to be visiting sometime soon. But he wrote a whole album. He's never wrote an album before. He wrote a whole album living next to me. Yeah, it's a funny album. It's called Sex Spaceship. I wish that I had the copies of it. I messaged him a couple times about it, and he would just never respond to me. He only responds, I guess, when he can, which is alright. But, yeah, like, I would like to, he never released it, but he got a full mastering version of it and everything. And I was gonna do some artwork for it, which would have been really funny. And the idea of that was, it's a spaceship that is very phallic looking, going into a very vaginal shaped portal. And it would be all trippy and stuff. But it never really fully came into fruition like that. He moved away. But yeah, he worked at the studio that I went to school at. And also lived next to me. So we'd hang out a lot, and he was nothing like me. You know, he had dreadlocks and not a very hippie type of a guy. But he really found something unique with me, at least. Really appreciated what I had to offer for him. Man, when I started out this drawing, my hands were like, ugh. Because I had big camera nerves. But at this point now, I'm a little more relaxed. No one's watching. So it's just me and my thoughts. Which is a little spooky. Definitely, though, palms get a little sweaty. Page kind of bends in a little. Damn. I guess I might as well just shoot to fill this page. Why not? We're almost there anyway. Just take it all in. I just had some Modest Mouse lyrics go through my head. It's like, what is that song called? Breathe in, breathe out, positive, negative, or whatever. I'm not gonna sing them or recite those lyrics to you, though. Just keep it in my head. But I'd share that I was thinking about them. Really like the record Building Nothing Out of Something. It's sort of, I call it the introvert's anthem. Which I kind of want to write a song called the introvert's anthem. I would like to have an acoustic guitar. I have one, but it's missing the bridge piece, and I need to figure out which bridge piece could replace that one. It's also just been sitting there a while, so who knows how it would even play. I need to pee. So what I'm gonna do, just in case anybody comes in and they're like, what is this? He's not even doing anything. Pull a post-it note. Be right back. Well, that sort of ruined the vibe a little, actually, for me. Not really ruined it, just like, didn't really want to leave from doing this. Didn't feel like I needed to take a break from drawing. Just had to take care of some business. Need more triangles going on over here. Yeah. Don't really want to imitate what I had going on over there, but kind of like that. What was going on over there? I'm really wondering how the holidays are going down this year. What's gonna happen with the dinner and the gifts? Maybe we'll have to do it all online. Santa will come drop off my gifts, and then I can open them with my family on Zoom. Wouldn't that be really intimate of a holiday? I don't know. My family has been pretty. We've been sort of still hanging out here and there, but right now, some people have COVID in my family. I was saying that earlier. And, so it's not ideal to be hanging out. They have to quarantine. Oh man, so much. It's all just about COVID, you know. You know, you hear about it all the time. You don't want to hear about it now. Eventually it'll go away. Just as quick as it came. Yeah, right. We're gonna be living in the aftermath for a while. I'm not talking about this anymore. I had this dream the other night that Joe Biden was like sort of dying, very sick on my couch, and coworker was a caretaker for him, and I was like, oh, look at this guy, he's gonna be president, but he's dying here on my couch. And so the caretaker, my coworker, walked away for a brief moment. I came over, and like some security breach went off, and these two military assassins guys showed up, and started shooting at me. So I ran down the steps and I went across the street to grab my neighbor who knows how to use guns. I'm like, Jamie, I need your help. And he handed me a rifle. And he got them locked down, you know, on the ground, gun to their heads. And he was like, you shoot this one, Nate. And I was like trying to shoot with my gun, but it wouldn't work. And they were lying there for a while, like, frightened. And eventually I got it to work and killed him. Shot him in the head. It was a weird feeling dream. And lately I've been recalling my dreams a little better than normal, which is nice. I like that. I don't know what that means when you can't really remember your dreams. Maybe not the right amount of sleep. But I've been having, I have essential oils, essential oil diffuser that I turn on when I'm sleeping. And one of them is lavender, and supposedly lavender is helpful for recalling your dreams. Or so I've heard. So that might have something to do with it. I didn't know that when I bought it. I mainly bought it for sinuses, because I heard it was good for that. I have a lot of problems with that. Coffee's actually getting cold, which means I've been at this for some time, because it was nice and hot when I had made it earlier. So far, this has been very good for making me feel calm and at ease. I had a fair size breakfast, but I'm getting hungry again already. And I'm also sort of just talking myself into a lull type of feeling. This would be interesting, the color. That is for sure. I'm gonna draw another face down here. Can you see that? It's not allowed to stop like that. Why do you try to take away the sun? I'm probably gonna put this video if I can. I hope it saves. It's been a long one. Put this on my Instagram so that people will be able to view it later, whenever they want. And like I said earlier, I didn't really expect anybody to hang around. I didn't have any expectations, and that's alright. I just really wanted to draw and talk, mostly. It'd be cool if people were to come in and ask questions or say something. I thought, but also, if not, I'm a crazy dude, so I can say some crazy things. Really crazy. Sorry about that. I think some people think that I'm crazy. That's okay. I let people think what they want to think. What else am I going to do? Stop them from thinking about that? That's when you know it's time to let go. Time to back off. Man. Those aren't the people you should be thinking about. It's weird that the negative past things just seem to be in the forefront for me, even when I'm not thinking about them. Their presence still is there. Maybe I am a little weird. That's okay. I've always considered myself as an outsider. Maybe I'm not as weird as I could be, though. You know, like, I should be a little weirder. People might appreciate sort of I was just kind of really wacky. I think one trick to becoming a successful artist is having a weird hairdo. You know? I feel like that's the ticket there, is if you have a unique hairstyle. I just thought of something, but I'm not going to share it. Sorry about that. You'll have to hack into my mind. If you would like to know that thought. You could probably see it. It's actually, the thought is somewhere around... Where'd I draw that? Oh, here it is. Couldn't see it. I had it out of your view. Right here. That's the thought I was thinking about that I didn't particularly want to share with you. But now you know everything. It's too late. Nothing gets past you. You've thought of it all. You've had that thought and you said, yeah, I've been there. Been there and back again. Sometimes when I'm talking, I feel like I'm stealing other people's thoughts and just using them as my own, but that's like, what thoughts are your own and what thoughts are thoughts of just other people that you've gathered? I would say there's some good thoughts, though, that you can steal. I've been like, yeah, this is, you know, this person already sort of figured that out for me. It saved me some time. I didn't have to learn this all on my own. This is what worked in that scenario. This is the most realistic looking eye I've ever drawn in my life. I don't know, it's not very centralized, but it's certainly got something going here. It certainly is an art piece. If I can somehow make this look more... catchy, might be able to form some type of... I think I was just bumping my phone there a bit. I am a triangle. It is very hard to talk for 2 hours straight to yourself. For me, at least. For you, you're an expert. You can just talk all day. You know all about that. You have a lot to say. So you're saying it, man. You got something to say, you better say it now. Because if you don't, you won't have another opportunity. Don't let the opportunity slide. You'll end up regretting it. It's better to do something that you and regret it than to not do it. And then regret not doing it. Later on down the road. You thought you'd make a fool out of yourself. Turns out you're a fool regardless. It's either you lose or you lose. Just kidding. There's a lot of winning. Probably 90% of the things you do are winning. It's a good thing. It's fine. You gotta take the L here and there. That's what makes the W's so much more rewarding. What do you want, a participation trophy all the time? No, sometimes you want to win. But can't get too defeated when you lose. What a fucking drawing. I would like for there to been like some big face here. But you know, like I said, I didn't really know what I was gonna do. I had no idea that I felt like being this focus. Or, you know, sometimes I'll draw something, I'll be like all over the place, scratching around. This one's a little more, not really planned out, but you know what I mean. I can't precisely find the words. I'm not Webster. You might be able to hear the neighbors' kids outside. Sorry about it. Hopefully you can forgive me. George Costanza hands. You said earlier. That's pretty funny. Someone told me I should watch Seinfeld. Like I've watched it before, obviously a lot when I was younger, but someone just told me the other day. Well, actually, this was a little while ago. When they were like, "Why don't you watch some Seinfeld? That'll cheer you up." I'm like, I don't really like funny shows or movies. I find things funny in real life, but not so much when it's supposed to be funny. If that makes sense. I don't know, but that's kind of like watching a horror movie and be like, I'm not getting scared. This isn't scary because it's not real. Gotta immerse yourself a little. I would like the color of this, but it would probably take me like 3 to 5 hours actually. Probably like 3 hours. Relatively consistent work. Probably not that long. But hey, you know, it might be worth it. The neighbors left, so now the dog's gonna start barking. That's no good. That's really gonna ruin my vibe. Unfortunately. Sometimes when he barks, I want to scream. He's a cute dog, you know. But damn, is his bark annoying. I just like scribbled over there. Why not? I don't know. Try and get a full view of it. Yeah, it looks cool enough. It wasn't there before, so at least it's something. Well, I'm definitely going to do this again. It was relaxing and fun for me. Thanks for showing up if you did. And have a great day.